Hello, this is Divya and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm using scrapbook paper from Cherished. This is their Ethereal paper pack. These are 12 by 12 inches. They contain 36 sheets in the pack. The scrapbook paper, you have 12 beautiful backgrounds, one journal sheet, one embellishment sheet that you can cut out, and 10 sheets of matching cardstock. The scrapbook paper is 220 GSM and the cardstock is 250 GSM. These are absolutely beautiful. The print quality is fantastic. The thickness is perfect for decoupage, scrapbooking, journaling, any other paper craft that you can think of. These guys are making some of the best products that I've seen. Their cardstock and scrapbook paper have been my absolute favorite. I've been wanting to try a scrapbook layout with their paper, and I'm so excited that I finally had a chance to try it. So along with their papers, I'm also trying out their brand new white chipboard embellishments. Cherished has a huge variety of chipboards that they've had on their collection for a very long time. They come in grey mostly. I haven't had a chance to use them, so I'm hoping to try those as well. But these white chipboards are brand new. These just look beautiful, so I'm hoping to use these in the project today as well. I had a bunch of photographs printed a few years ago. I wanted to frame them, but I never got a chance to do it. I thought one of the pictures went really well with one of the papers from the stack. This is a picture of Mummy, Papa and my brother. This is from May of 1986 in Baroda, Gujarat, India. And I thought the colors went, and this has been and this is one of my favorite pictures. So I thought for upcoming Mother's Day I would work on a small layout and gift to my mum. So I hope she'll like it. These are some of the other supplies that I might be using. Supplies from some random supplies I've been hoarding for for some time now. So my general plan is, I love the orange flowers at the bottom. They complement my mom's sari and the background that they're standing against. So what I'm going to do is tear bits and pieces of paper and stack it behind the photograph. I do have a lot of embellishments, but I just can't bring myself to use them. So my challenge is to try and use as much as possible. You will see in the end that I didn't use a lot many embellishments, but I'm hoping that from the next project onwards I do that. So I'm just stacking up papers from this collection and some other papers I had lying around of the similar colors and patterns. Any scrapbookers out there watching this video, I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear what you think about this project. If I've made mistakes, how could I improve for my next project? Any tips and tricks that you could give me I'd really appreciate it. From the journal sheet, I'm cutting out the word memories. It's a small little strip. and I will be adding that at the bottom of the layout. You'll see me distressing the edges of the photographs with the Tim Holtz distress tool. I also sometimes just use the sharp end of a blade. I'm using the black distress ink to distress some of the edges. I just want to darken the edges a little bit. I'm not overdoing this. I'm doing this very subtly. I'm doing this very lightly. You might not see the difference, but I didn't want to go overboard with the distress ink. So I love how this is looking at this point, but I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping, and I'm going to add some splatters of splatter of paint. So all of it kind of comes together. So I'm using black archival ink along with some rubber stamps, just to add some interest. I also wanted to add when and where the photograph was taken, so I'm just using my typewriter font stamp, just to add that little detail at the bottom of the layout. Once I've done that, I'm just going to quickly cover the main picture of my layout. I don't want any splatters to fall on their faces. So I'm just going to cover that up, and I am mixing a similar orange and pink shade. What I'm doing is I'm just going to take the black archival ink and just run it on the edges, just to darken the edges a little bit. I also love these round white chipboards from Cherished, and I decided to use one of the outer frames, and it sat very well, and it sat really well with the layout. So you'll see me adding that. I had another gray chipboard from Dusty Attic lying around, and I thought that was a nice neutral color as well. So just to add some interest on the other side of the photograph. This is looking really nice as well. I love the stamping at the top and the splatters of paint. I should have stopped here, but I had this idea of somehow adding that orange, yellow, peach color to the top of the paper, because I thought all the color was at the bottom and it was just black on the top. And you'll see that it backfired. I hated how it turned out, and you'll see me try to fix it as well. In all honesty, I should have stopped. This would have looked perfect, but that's okay. These things happen. I shouldn't be too sad about it. So I'm using a stencil from Tim Holtz. I'm using some orange peach paint with a stencil brush, and the results. And I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that I don't spoil this. But I didn't like the I didn't like how it turned out at all. So I decided. Then I quickly mixed up some paint and just brushed over the stencil. The paint I didn't get the exact shade right. I usually work on wood, glass, or canvas, and I have a lot of time, and I'm able to build over it. But paper, I was afraid to go over it again with the right shade because I was afraid the paper will warp. So this is a tad bit darker, and also it's the wrong shades, more gray. But then I thought it looked okay with the entire layout, so I just went with it. So I lightly brushed over this gray shade over that orange that I didn't like, and because it looked too plain, I'm just stamping a little bit on that. That was a small hiccup, but I think I have fixed it up, patched it up well, and this is how the layout is looking. As always, I'd love to hear from you. Any feedback that you could give me, I'd really appreciate it. Let me know if you enjoyed this project, if you want to see me do more of these, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.